under threat. Saudi Arabia's King Salman has decided to allow women to drive. The change will take effect next June. Saudi Arabia is the only country in the world to ban women from driving. CBS News State Department reporter Kylie Atwood is in Washington. So, Kylie, you spoke with the Saudi ambassador to the U.S. What did he say about this decision?
So the ambassador said that this is a historic day for Saudi Arabia, which it is, and he said that there is no wrong time to do the right thing. So now that this decision has been made, a royal decree signed by the king, it'll go into effect in June of next year. So they still have some changes to make in the country. The King has determined that the ministries need a month to come up with a plan for how this is going to be implemented. And then they're going to really see this through and implement a change which is historic for this country, which is the only country that currently bans women from driving. But even as they have some nuts and bolts to work out here, I think it's important that the ambassador told us that this is what it looks like, right? This is women being able to drive. They're not going to have to ask their husbands to be able to get a license, and they're also not going to have guardianship when they're behind the wheel.
Well, why is this happening now, Kylie, and what did the ambassador have to say about future changes in the country?
So this is a small part, well, actually a big part, a very demonstrative part of what the country is doing right now in terms of leadership. The Saudi Crown Prince last year signed Vision 2030. And so the effort is on behalf of the government to try and push the country away from dependence on oil and to really modernize the country's economy. And so they're doing that by investing in infrastructure, by investing in women and health, and getting women to be a part of the workforce is going to drive their economy forward. And of course, that'll be easier to do if women can drive themselves to work. And so what we're seeing here is a change that is part of a greater kind of initiative on behalf of the government to try and modernize and change what has been years and years of keeping women away from the roads and away from the workforce.
Well, how have U.S. officials reacted to this, Kylie?
The State Department spokesperson today said that the U.S. welcomed this news and said it's a step in the right direction for Saudi Arabia. But you also have to consider the fact that this is a country that is still putting a lot of restrictions on what women can do in comparison to men. So women still can't open a bank account without the provision and okay from their husband, and they still have to dress completely covered when they are in public. So there are still more changes that should come and could come for women in the country. And the ambassador said that with this new government, we might see those changes come more quickly than we've seen them come in the past. But he wouldn't detail any of those yet for us.
Fascinating developments. Kylie Atwood, thanks so much, Kylie.